Welcome to Session 7. This week we are exploring the construction of evaluation matrices, sometimes called evaluation frameworks. Here's an example of an evaluation matrix. In the next few slides I will describe each of the components included in it. Overall, an evaluation matrix is a document that outlines the major evaluation questions that will be answered in future evaluations. It includes the information required for answering each of these major evaluation questions. Specifically, an evaluation matrix focuses and guides the evaluation activities by providing an overview of the major evaluation questions, the indicators, data sources, data collection methods, and bases of comparison that will be used in the evaluation of specific programs. Oftentimes, one evaluation matrix can guide multiple evaluation projects related to one program. I like to think of an evaluation matrix as a menu of evaluation options. Key stakeholders can then select which major evaluation questions they want to focus on at one particular time in the program. For example, a group of stakeholders may focus on process evaluation questions to understand how the program is operating before opting for those that are more outcomes-oriented. However, both these process and outcome-oriented questions could be included on the same evaluation matrix. So let's take a closer look at the components included in the evaluation matrix. First, there is the major evaluation question column. We reviewed major evaluation questions in Session 5. In this column, you simply list the major evaluation questions. These questions may, as we discussed in Session 5, be linked to an evaluation of the program's needs, theory, process, impact, or efficiency. Depending on the evaluation approach and questions that you are asking, you can then group the major evaluation questions into categories or themes in the evaluation matrix. In this example, you will see that we used the categories of satisfaction, learning and skills, and implementation as a way of grouping our major evaluation questions. Next, you will want to think about the indicators. That is, what information or pieces of information do you need to collect in order to answer your major evaluation questions? Some of these indicators may be things that you listed as outputs in the logic model for your program. These indicators are often expressed in terms of units. For example, number of hours, number of people who participated in the program. They are tangible, countable things that you can collect in order to answer your major evaluation questions. Overall, when you are filling in this column, you need to think about the following things. What do you need to collect in order to answer the major evaluation questions? And what evidence will you need to collect to answer the major evaluation questions? You then simply list these indicators or this evidence down this column. Next, for each major evaluation question listed, you need to list who or where you will collect the data from. Examples of data sources include program participants, medical charts, attendance records, program documents, or anything else that will assist you in answering your major evaluation questions. There may be more than one data source for each major evaluation question. You then need to list how you will collect the data to answer your major evaluation questions. This information can be recorded in the Data Collection Methods section of the evaluation matrix. The data collection methods may include interviews, document reviews, focus groups, or any other mechanism that you feel is appropriate for answering that major evaluation question. You may also list more than one data collection method in order to answer each major evaluation question. Finally, in developing your evaluation matrix, it is also important to include a basis of comparison for each major evaluation question. That is, once you have collected the data, how will you know if your findings are good or bad? What will you compare your results to? In program evaluation, it is important to identify something that you will compare your findings to before you conduct the evaluation, and thus this is one of the most important columns to include in your evaluation matrix. Some examples of bases of comparison include, for example, other educational programs and their results in relationship to that major evaluation question, maybe pre-intervention or pre-program knowledge of the program participants, the logic model, or the documented expectations of program performance from the stakeholders in relationship to that major evaluation question. In order to enhance your understanding of an evaluation matrix, I have included 2 examples of completed evaluation matrices that I have completed for real-life programs. I have uploaded them in the Learning Activity folder for Session 7. I also encourage you to upload and share drafts of your evaluation matrix for the program that you are evaluating on Brightspace. I, along with your colleagues, can then provide you with some feedback. Of course, you're always welcome to email me a draft of your evaluation matrix, and I can also provide you with one-on-one feedback for it. The learning activity for this week is part of assignment number 4. Please see the Learning Activity subfolder for Session 7 for complete details on it. In the Learning Activity, you will complete a draft evaluation matrix for the program that you are planning the evaluation for using the template that we have reviewed in this session. As mentioned, you can share this draft evaluation matrix on Brightspace, or you can email it to me for feedback. I also encourage you to share your draft evaluation matrix with the stakeholders for your program and involve them in the development of it. On Brightspace, you can also answer the following question: how did the development of the evaluation matrix go? Is there anything that you found challenging in developing the evaluation matrix for your proposal?